Hello and welcome to preview on the United Hour. I mean, I know Ten Hag was announced yesterday, but it doesn't really matter. We are going to be showing that every day, every program until he is actually here because we are so excited about having Eric Ten Hag coming to Manchester United. Inside the program with me today is the man Devin and the man Nicholas. How you gentlemen doing?
Hi, good morning. Excited for tomorrow. Uh, ready to start this win streak again now.
Yeah, just like Devin said he is, I'm also ready to see what we have in store for us now.
Phew. I hope you're right, and we have something in store for Arsenal, and it's not they have something in store for us. So let's talk a little bit about Arsenal. Arsenal has had a very mixed past few weeks. The last 5 games, they have won two and lost three. Those three were three losses in a row. Um, Strangely enough, they lost Crystal Palace, they lost to Brighton, they lost to Southampton. You know, the kind of teams that they were beaten before. And then suddenly they showed up. Sorry, they lost four in a row because they also lost to Liverpool before that. And then they showed up at Chelsea and smashed them 4-2. So this is an Arsenal team that is one, very inconsistent, and two, capable of scoring goals. Because Chelsea, even though they were missing Rudiger, still has a very good defense and one of the better goalkeepers in the league this season. So we can't take Arsenal for granted. Manchester United's last five, I'm not even going to go through that because we don't need to be depressed. Right? We don't need to be depressed. Let's just say in total, we won two, lost two, one draw. Right? That was our last five results. Right? So, guys, I want to start with you, Nicholas. How you feel about the game against Arsenal? How you feel about the game on Saturday?
I can only speculate so much into the unknown, but I'm hoping that Arsenal would have some tired legs because we would have had some extra rest as compared to them. And
True.
like you said, they have been inconsistent recently. I mean, compared to us, we're about the same as well. But we might have that extra edge when it comes to a reaction. The players know we would have shown a very bad performance against Liverpool. They like to come out on social media and say, well, we're going to work hard towards the next game. So this should serve as the right opportunity for them to put the money where their mouth is, so to speak, and prove and back up what it is they like to claim on social media. Arsenal, on the other hand, they have a very good team with a manager and a system that they believe in. We've seen how capable they are to play big teams with the recent result with Chelsea. But I'm hoping that it was because of the whole London Derby atmosphere. That could have played a big role in why they would have pushed more to win that game. So I mean, we could only speculate so much, but I'm really hoping that with Ten Hag being unveiled, the players have a little extra boost to prove something to the new incoming manager that hey, I want to stay here, I want to fight, I want to show you that I could be better.
All right. Devin, the same question to you, but before you answer the question, just want to talk a little bit. Scott McTominay has been out for Manchester United, but he was on the bench last game. Now he could have just been making up numbers. He didn't come on, but I am hoping that he would be eligible to play. As far as Arsenal goes, Lacazette has been training since their game, but that doesn't mean it may just be soft training. So we're not sure if Lacazette is going to be back. I personally would prefer Lacazette and how you pronounce his name? Enkentia?
Enketia.
Enketia, right, good. I personally would prefer Lacazette and Enketia because Lacazette is just miss everything. You know what I mean? Nketiah is young, he's exuberant, and he really trying to cement his place in the team. So let's hope Lacazette is back. But at the end of the day, you still have Saka to deal with, you still have Smith Rowe, you still have guys out there that have a lot to prove, you know, young, hungry players. So how you feel about the game on Saturday?
So I am looking for a response, not only after what happened a couple of days ago with Liverpool, but also with the announcement yesterday with Ten Hag being appointed. Now that it's official, it's time to figure out the players who actually want to stay and want to impress the manager, and those are the players who I want to see out there. The ones who want to leave, fine, whatever. At least make it known now. Don't play whatever, collect your paycheck, whatever. But take the rest of the season now and find the ones who actually are gonna have the heart and actually gonna put their all in instead of just going out there and just collecting the paycheck and not caring at all. That to me, I'm still not over how badly United played, and in the sense that they were just so lackadaisical. They could have cared less that it was our arch rivals. They still went out there and still didn't give any heart at all. Just went out there, just quit. So I don't want any player who has no plan of not being here next season out there. So that's all I ask. Even if it's play youth right now who are trying to make a name for themselves, go out, match youth for youth, and let them go out and play some real fast paced football, and let's go for it.
Yeah, I hear that. I was very confident that we were going to beat Arsenal, and then I saw the performance against Liverpool, and then I saw Arsenal performance against Chelsea, and I'm not confident anymore. Do I think we could beat Arsenal? Yes. Do I think that we're going to beat Arsenal? I don't know. This team, exactly what you said. They just sometimes they play without fight. And if there's one thing I know about Arsenal, they have so much young, hungry players. They're not gonna give up. They're not gonna quit. And if
Correct.
we go out there and we run the way we've been running when we play badly, this lackluster, always second to second balls, always second to the tackle. If we go out there and we play that kind of football, we're gonna lose. If we go out there and we just play decent football, we could beat Arsenal. Right? I have no doubt about that. But we didn't know how to play great. We just had to play good. And we could beat Arsenal. But the thing is, you just never Manchester United worse than Jekyll and Hyde right now. You just don't know who's gonna show up. You know what I mean? You just don't know. So I'm not as confident as I was on Monday. On Monday, I was hitting Arsenal men real talk. And then Tuesday came, I got a little deflated. And then Wednesday came, and I got even more deflated. So right now, I just don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen on Saturday. But all right, let's talk a little bit about lineups. We expect Cristiano Ronaldo to be back. We haven't heard from Ralph yet from his press conference, but we are expecting also Scott McTominay to be ready to go.
And
So
Veron.
and Varane. So with that in mind, who's your starting 11, Devin?
So for me, I am thinking we probably have to go back to the 4-2-3-1. So in the obviously David De Gea in goal, Dalot out wide. What I want to see right now is I want Bailly in the squad and I want Maguire out. But obviously, for some reason, Maguire keeps on getting his starts and keeps that armband. So personally, I want to see Varane and Bailly together. Realistically, I think that we're going to see Maguire and Varane, and then we have to put Alex Telles out wide. Um, Now for the midfield, it's going to be I don't want Paul Pogba in there. I whether what happens with his injury, if he's actually injured or not, I don't want him putting on another top for the rest of the season. So with McTominay back, McTominay is going to slot right back into one of the holding midfielders, and you have to put Matic in. Going up top now, I am actually very curious right now. I think Hannibal deserves to start out there. I think I'm looking at Hannibal, Sancho, and Bruno, and then you're going to bring Ronaldo up top for this one. He's coming off of something real tragic, obviously, and I think that he's going to come out there. He's going to put on a performance.
All right. So you're going with a 4-2-3-1.
Correct.
I'll go next, and I'll leave the newbie on the program, Nicholas, to go last. I'm going with a 4-3-3. Diogo Dalot didn't have as bad a game against Liverpool as Telles had the game before. So, and then Arsenal have very dangerous wide players, right? You have Saka on one side, you have Smith Rowe on the other side, or Martinelli. So for me, I want to play Wan-Bissaka. We may see that Wan-Bissaka Dalot combo again. Even though we got trashed by Liverpool, I think that would actually serve us better than Telles Dalot. But that's just my thoughts. So we're looking at that in the middle. I think it's just time. It's just time to drop Harry. I know Ralph is just trying to keep together this leaky ship. I know he's just trying not to rock the boat too much, which is why when questions came up before, he didn't want to strip the captaincy from Maguire. He was just leaving it for the new manager. He's just trying to get something out of this team. At this point in time, I don't see any issue in dropping Harry Maguire. And when I say that, I don't mean we wouldn't see him for the rest of the season. But right now, I don't see any problem dropping Harry Maguire. As a matter of fact, with Harry having a bomb scare, a bomb threat to his household, where he and his family lives, I actually think that's the perfect excuse to just take him out of the firing line for a little while, and just put him on the side. So I'm looking at Lindelof and Varane starting in the middle. I'm looking to see Scott back. I wish Fred was back, because I really don't know who to put next to Scott. I don't think Matic could start this game. I just don't think Matic could start this game. Arsenal have too much pace in the middle there. And we don't need somebody who could only probably give us 60 minutes. And against a pacey Arsenal, he might only be able to give us 35 minutes to start. So I probably would go in the midfield. My midfield three would be Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, and I would probably go with Jesse Lingard. I definitely don't want Paul Pogba starting. So I would go with that. In my front three, Elanga for sure. Elanga is a must. Cristiano Ronaldo and Sancho or Hannibal. That is going to be my front three. So I'm going with a 4-3-3. And I think that team should be able to do the business. So what say you, Nicholas?
It'll actually be a mix-up of both of your teams. I'll go with a 4-3-3 with Varane and Lindelof at the back, and Wan-Bissaka and Dalot on either side. And then in the midfield, once McTominay is back, it'll be him definitely inside there. Him, Lingard, and Fernandes. Him and Scott and Lingard will play a little deeper. Fernandes on top of them. And then in front three will be Elanga and Ronaldo, because they seem to play well together, as well as Sancho. And
Right.
if it is Scott cannot make the full 90 because it'll be his first match, then I think they'll bring on Matic for him.
Yeah, I mean, I expect to see Matic coming on in the second half, but my concern with starting him, one, it'll be 2 games back to back, And two, if it's one thing Arsenal have is a lot of running. Them fellas love to run, but
So you know what was real tricky for me with this one, because I feel that this could be a game to introduce Garnacho.
say that again.
I feel that this could be a game to introduce Garnacho.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Because you remember he was on the bench for the last match. Obviously, he was not coming on in in those circumstances. But depending on how this match goes, I am interested to see him come out there.
I watch me right now. Ralph could start the whole U team for me, yes, and I'm very serious about that. I would not. Once his youth getting sweat. Right now, the people I have a problem with if I see the name on the starting lineup is Paul Pogba first, and then Harry Maguire. Those two people, I would actually be more upset seeing. I would not be more upset. I'd be upset seeing Paul Pogba and Harry Maguire on the team sheet than anybody else in that starting 11. He could start anybody else, and I good with that. So let's get to the dreaded moment.
Oh God!
Predictions. I'll go first. I think just to carry this thing down to the wire, and just because I don't think Manchester United is playing good enough to warrant a place in Europe, I think we're going to draw this game 2-1. As much as is I could see us winning, I can't see us losing. And since I just don't think we're going to win, my prediction is 2-1. What say you, Nicholas?
I think it might be a 1-0 to United, mainly because we're gonna have Ronaldo back in the squad, and because he wasn't there for Liverpool, I think he knows that he's going to have to do something to uplift the fans, on because Ronaldo actually thinks about the fans, and he thinks it's one of his duties to make sure fans are happy when he is on the field. So I think he'll have that extra motivation, and he would want to dedicate a goal, I'm sure, for the loss of his son.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure with that. Devin?
You know me usually as being the one who always wants to be optimistic and going for this. I don't trust this side, and I think that we're going to lose, and I think Ronaldo is going to score. I'm just trying to figure out now whether it's 3-1 or a 3-2 loss. But I just with this side right now and the inconsistency and the way how some of these players are playing right now, with the way how Arsenal came out and they actually are fighting to finish in that top 4 spot because they want to be there. I think they're going to show more heart, and that's going to be the difference maker in this match.
So your score is what? 2-1, 3-1?
Just because we have Ronaldo in there, 3-2 loss.
This is the full range. Normally we mostly pick wins. Sometimes we call a draw, but this is the full range. So you have Nicholas picking a 1-0 win. You have myself picking a 2-2 draw, and you have Devin saying a 3-2 loss. So
I hope I am wrong, and when I am wrong, please come at me and say you have no faith in your side and all that too, and I will gladly say you are right. So
At least one of us gonna make the right prediction.
yeah, somebody have to be right. Even if the score not right, the outcome, somebody have to be right. So on Saturday, look out for the breakdown. I'm not sure what time is yet, but sometime after the game, we're gonna have the breakdown where we discuss everything that happened in the match. We did not have a breakdown after the Liverpool game, and I don't need to explain why. We didn't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Sometimes there are things you need to talk about, and there are other things you just need to drink about, right? So you people remember, Red Devils, we don't die, we multiply, and Ten Hag is here.